This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, hi. So in this session, I'll explain how you can configure the plant in SAP as per the PM implementation requirement or as for the asset management implementation requirement. Okay. So when we are going to implement SAP plant maintenance or asset management in S/4HANA system, we need to perform some of steps to configure plant. Okay, so this plant has to be configured from the FI perspective, logistic perspective, and plant maintenance perspective. So in this session, we'll understand exactly how we need to configure the plant. Okay, so whenever we are going for any PM or asset management implementation, in that case, we need to understand some concept here. Okay, so yeah. So in this steps, we need to understand here the plant structure. Okay. So here, when we are configuring the plant in SAP as per the PM perspective, we need to understand this concept of maintenance plant and maintenance planning plant. Okay. So here, maintenance plant is that plant where where my equipment is installed. Okay. So this is the plant at which the operational system of companies are installed, or you can say where your equipment is installed. Okay. And here maintenance planning plant is the organization unit which is responsible to do the maintenance for this equipment. Okay. So let's say if this is a P1 here, okay, at particular function location, your equipment is installed here. Okay. And to perform the maintenance activity, this may be the same plant involved or maybe some different plant involved here. Okay, so let's say there is one more plant here, P2, and this P1 plant where my exact equipment is installed. However, P2 is the plant which is responsible to do the maintenance activity for the equipment which is installed at location here. Okay, this within the P1. Okay, so in this case, this is my maintenance plant. Okay, where exactly the equipment is installed. Okay, and this is my planning plant P2, which is responsible to do the planning to perform the plant maintenance activity for this equipment. Okay, so here you can see the general organization unit. We are having client. Within this client, we are having controlling area, and then company code is assigned to controlling area, and then we need to create a plant which will be assigned to the company code. Okay, so here when we are going to segregate at next level, location based organization unit or planning based organization unit. So as per the location based organization unit, first you can consider as a maintenance plant, which is having next level of org structure like location, and then you can create a maintenance work center where exactly the work will be carried out. Okay, so here in maintenance plant, you are having some equipment, right? Because as per this definition of maintenance plant, where my equipment is installed. So to perform the activity here, we need the maintenance work center where my all the resources will be assigned. So here this maintenance work center can be linked with the organization unit in HR, where my HR personnel is assigned. Okay, and here in SAP you can integrate or you can synchronize it with the business user. Okay, so let's say if it is employee, this employee ID which you want to integrate with the business partner, synchronize with business partner. So there is a specific role BUPA 0003 which will be replicated here as a business partner. Okay, and the same HR ID, this is your personal number, that can be here. You can assign your SAP user ID to your personal number. Okay, this is the correct synchronization. So what happens whenever you need any resource to perform the maintenance activity on the maintenance equipment here? So here you just need to select a resource with reference to your maintenance work center and you will assign it to the operation. Okay. Next, here is a planning based organization unit where you can have a separate planning plant where all the planning activities to perform the maintenance will be carried out here. You will have maintenance planner group. Here, this group, you can see it's just a group of the planners who are responsible to prepare the planning to perform the maintenance activity here. Next, to understand it, here the concept of plant specific planning or cross plant planning. Okay, so when it is plant specific planning means in the same plant, your planning plant and your maintenance plants are the same. Okay, so maintenance plant where your equipment is installed and the maintenance planning plant which is responsible to plan the maintenance activity, that is the same. Okay, if you see in this example, maintenance planning plant 1010, this is the plant where you are having workshop and your requirement is also from the same. Okay, let's say your equipment is also installed the same place here, and you are planning all the maintenance activity within the same plant, and you are taking the material, and you are selecting any, you are getting any material to perform or to consume here in your maintenance activity, and the resources also from the same plant with reference to your work center. So this is your plant specific planning. Okay, sometimes this cross plant planning. Let's say this is your plant 1020. Okay, here whatever the maintenance need to be done, it has to be done by the planning plant 1010. Okay, so here it's a maintenance plant, however your planning plant is 1010. Next, when you are going to define a plant in SAP, these are the steps which you need to follow here. First of all, you need to define the plant. Then you need to say to the system that this is your maintenance planning plant. You need to create a maintenance planning group, storage location, company code. You need to assign the plant to the company code, purchase organization, quantity, account determination, inventory management, MRP, split valuation. These are some of area which you need to consider to configure your plant from PM perspective, from maintenance or asset management perspective here I'm talking. So in next step, we'll see all the steps which has to be followed to configure a complete requirement of plant here. Okay, so first of all, we need to define the plant. Then we need to define the planning plant. We need to define the planner group. We need to maintain the storage location of a plant where your all logistic requirement need to be taken care. Then assign plant to company code, assign purchasing organization to plant, assign standard purchasing organization to plant, assign maintenance planning plant to maintenance plant. Okay, then we need to define the quantity value update for material types. The next step is define account determination, value grouping code 0001 for valuation areas, then define plant parameter for inventory management, then define plant parameter for consumption based planning, then active configure split valuation, condition based material valuation, define valuation of goods receipt. Okay, this is for refurbishment. So these all steps how we can perform an SAP, we'll see it.